said, these white folks up here, he said, I've dealt with the people down there. He said, this people up here is really something, right? Imagine 5 years after that. Imagine Malcolm X not being martyred and them having to live through. Did anybody ever see, it was an old thing about 15 years ago, about Boondocks or something, where Martin Luther King goes up to Canada, he come out of a coma.
Right.
Okay, something like that. Yeah. But, and the people had their butt shaking, and he said, good God Almighty, imagine our heroes if they had to put up with that. Just imagine, I'm not saying that we wanted them to live. Allah blessed them to take them out at that time. Because at that time, they didn't have the power to do anything. They didn't have the power. They didn't have the people. They didn't have nothing. But now, we've had the opportunity to study all of that and to use all that properly. So basically, hey, we give ourselves an A, not a big pat on the back A, but we give ourselves an A because we have did everything that would be expected of a group. A little bit.
Oh, too much.
No, I ain't gonna freeze everybody out. Chief can stand a little bit of boss. No, boss man is busy.
Right.
Okay, but you take a look at it. Do you notice the difference between the work in the last couple of days and the work a week before?
Yeah.
I couldn't do no work.
Yeah.
If I worked for 10 minutes, all my back is hurt, which is true, right? So when does boss man lighten up? When you let boss man know, okay, boss man, I'm gonna do this anyway. You can do it, so you might as well get your hurting on out of the way. And so boss man pulls back. That's why I was bending over and everything yesterday and the day before. Right?
Yeah. I saw
Yeah,
you out there.
I did, and ain't no problem.
Yeah.
And just
I saw you.
ready, well, should I paint today? I just wait till tomorrow. But my work schedule is back. And when he knows that you didn't settle in, okay, I'm gonna be back to my work schedule. My work schedule. So that don't mean you'll be back today, but you'll evolve. So you look around, in 2 weeks or a month, I'll be fully at my own pace of working. I'll work every day, write a little bit, read a little bit, study a little bit, because that's what it calls for now. So anyway, inadequate response to present realities. Focus. That focus is a big deal. Because see, focus means that you don't let things draw you into its orbit. You don't go for it. If somebody come over, if somebody gonna break in, they're gonna steal, they're gonna have everything. Right? Right? It doesn't matter. Because we're gonna do what we have to do anyway. We're going to make this, with Allah's help, within a year. It will be the general headquarters of Imam Tufail's Strategic Management Center. And within 2 years, we'll be heavily into, whatever you call it, strategic brilliance, let's call it that. Yeah. And within 5 years, we'll be really big time. We will have passed beyond, how could I put it? If you looked at where we was 15 years ago, it would seem like, well, we did kind of ease back a little bit. That's true. But when boss man come after people, they don't regress a little bit. Boss man wipe them off the table. That's why we consider ourselves, like with what we've been dealing with. Can you imagine? Everybody is police in California. Everybody. And then when he even gets your family involved, when we get our money from the government, we're going to give our family all, we're going to hook them up. You know why? Because they didn't sign up for this, I signed up for it. And if they held out 10 or 15 years, they did a good job. See, a lot of people think this just started. No. We opened that Masjid, I don't know when ago, back in 1980. It wasn't nobody there like my son said in the thing. He said, man, that was tough in the day. And he said, it was tough, and we used to do this, we used to do that, and it was messed up. You know, it's true. Okay, they did that. They did it without too much urging, you know what I mean, but a little light urging. But they helped their poor father, and they did a good job. Okay, after the boss man then arrested them, you see I would show their arrest record, they get arrested, both of them. So they would know, y'all got arrested for this, y'all got arrested for that. And as soon as you get a little car, we're gonna arrest you again. Because the people has had you, and ain't nothing your daddy can do, because he gonna tell you to do good, and we're gonna send these little ugly girls around and tell you how smart you are, right? And you're gonna go for it, because they telling you you're handsome, you're smart, you're da-da-da-da-da, and who the hell they wanna listen to? They're gonna listen to them little dumb girls, right? Little police girls, of course they are. And eventually, the police gonna say, well, you know, you just help us do this, help us do that. We're gonna help your father stay alive, because we're on his team, really. And we're gonna give you a little something, keep you, you know, since you're going to jail all the time. Right? Okay. So we know what game we're gonna give all of them. Like our nephew that just, oh, we just gotta have it this, and then next day he ain't called here at all, he ain't had no, right? It's so obvious, well, it's been obvious. It's ridiculous. Did y'all fix that, stuff up there?
Yeah, we got up there yesterday.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Yeah.
Shoot. Hey man, that's the way to roll. I said, where's all this stuff hanging down? Ain't nothing hanging, well, this little piece here. But oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I need to get like a slightly smaller A-frame, because the big one.
That thing bumps up against the
Yeah, so inshallah, we're going to get a smaller one.
No, we'll make dua for a smaller ladder, and then somebody will bring one in. No, I'm telling you, if you're specific about this, see, there's no barrier between the oppressed and Allah.
Allah.
No, that's our advantage. There is no barrier.
Right.
I know it sounds crazy, but everything we've prayed for, we have gotten. I prayed years ago, it wasn't ignorance, I just, oh Allah, keep these poor fellows alive long enough for them to, that's what Allah did. Allah, I got my prayer.
Right.
Shoot, one that's 55 seconds. That boy is 55, can you have kids 55 years old? I tell them, I say, y'all old as me, I ain't nothing I can tell you, you're the same age I am. You might as well be 75 and 55, what's the difference?
Right.
You know, kids 55, y'all niggas is 55, and you 52, 53, something. What I'm gonna tell you, if you're doing it, you know what you're doing. Right? They didn't know what the heck they're doing. But we got what we prayed for. We prayed for them to just be alive so that they would get old enough to know better and understand what's going on. And now they do. They really understand. In fact, they're involved. So we're going to hook them up. Everybody, all the family, gonna get a nice little shot, you know, because of their Islamic participation. Remember, they helped remodel the Masjid, they helped all of that, all of them did. In fact, when we first opened the Masjid, the family is the only one that came, because I was big in the dunya, and then my family didn't want people to think I went crazy, so they would have enough people there, so yeah. No, they all came. God bless them.
That's what's up.
No,
That's good.
You remember longevity, you can't expect people to hold out forever.
Right.
If they hold out 10 years, that's not bad. In 15 years, you know, this is 40 years ago. over 40 years ago now. That's a while.
Right.
Who, at that last 20 years, that's good. You get an award, a whole lot of award. That's big. Okay, let me finish up. Our history, theft, Termination Act, yeah. They can't use no Termination Act on us. I'm not bragging, but we're not doing too bad. Think about it. And attitude, most of the stuff you see, they say, well, if we do this, they'll get tired. If we do that, they'll get paranoid. We don't get paranoid. We do like we used to do. The people used to lie so much when I was selling dope. At first, I said, man, I'd look in the mirror, I said, something, you must have 3 or 4 years or something, because the lies them niggas be telling, it just, you know, you must look like a fool or something. And they be telling me. So I just changed my attitude. I said, since I didn't go to movies and all of that, I said, that would be my story. They niggas tell me a lot. Man, that package you gave me, a boy took it and flew over here. Then a rat got it and run in the rat hole. Then Judy got a hold of some of it some kind of way. And here I am, and I ain't got nothing. And I need some more. So I pull out the tag and say, here you go, boy, that's the best lie I have heard. I didn't tell him that's what I was doing to him. It was my entertainment. I turned it into entertainment. It didn't make me no difference. The same guy telling me the lie, he done bought 20 packages in the last, I don't know when, right? So if I give him one package, what the heck? What am I gonna do? Tell him, I ain't gonna give you nothing no more. Well, you're gonna cut off all them 20 people, right? So he think you're a fool. Well, you don't think I'm a fool? Sure, I'm a fool. Here you go. That's what we do with all of this. That's what we do. If people think you're a fool, you just take it, laugh with it, just laugh with them. You know, just have a good time. Because remember, in our struggle, we believe that it's not overcoming the system and all of that. This comeback 2021, first of all, it happens once the system knows you make up your mind. The big modern challenge for the early and mid 21st century is to transform the monitors, the people who are hired to monitor, and because they're human beings. They're human beings. And eventually, see, if you have, they like to try to make you lose faith in humanity. But I don't lose faith in humanity. I know humanity, what Allah put in humanity. Allah said it. He got you hooked up. You're going to be the highs of the high, the lows of the low, and in between, all kind of stuff. So our view is this, that we'll appeal to reason. There's an ayat in the Quran that says, this Quran is based on reason. And so if we keep talking reason, eventually, maybe Tuesday I might give a little example of reason and how it works. Okay, so big modern challenge, mid-21st century. I like to close with that. As an individual, I'm already a success. That's the way I feel. Because remember, whatever we do, if you got good intention, right, you're a success. So, right, all I got to do is have good intention. Boy, that is inexpensive, and you get a big blessing. Just, I mean, I'm not trying to be slick with a lot, but that's what, so personally, I'm successful because that's what I want to do. But, so the mission, As-Sabiqun, mission is a success. The mission. Now that takes quantum leap. And we won't be able to do it by ourselves. And we're going to try something that nobody's ever tried. Kindness, nobody ever does. All the movements, I don't care whether they're here. They were mean movements. You know, if you broke the rule, they kind of drag you out the back door or whatever they did. Like mafia, you know, you break the rule, you don't get no second. Hey, can I get a second chance? You must be crazy. You cost us money. And you cost us this, right? This movement, this transformation is going to have to be something that nobody ever tried before. All other stuff have too much baggage in it, right? So we're going to try a whole new thing. And that's something, if you look around and see what everybody's tried, ain't nobody tried kindness and friendship and compassion, right? Nobody's done it. So we'll give it a shot, that's all. Hey, you know, that's what we're going to do. Are there any questions or any comments at all? Now you got to remember, might as well get your pension paper out and bring, because eventually, you know, I'm a senior citizen, and pretty soon I may need a rocking chair, so this stuff has to be taught. Of course, if y'all can just remember it. But this, remember, evolution means that we're going to evolve, inshallah. Yeah. And it takes, you know, like, I could come in here and just say, hey, how you doing and all that, but it has to be kind of organized. And I used to always write on that for Juma, inform, inspire, and direct. That means I want to inform people, inspire people, and kind of direct a little bit. You know, that was really over 40 years ago. But still, it's a little helpful. So we have to know, why are we talking to people? And improvement, or personal improvement, which will lead to movement improvement, is constant. It's not static, you know, like you constantly self-building, self-improvement, you know. Yeah. That's where them guys in Motiversity cut off. They do it dealing with only improvement that generally relates to getting some money, getting some power, maybe getting elected, right? And how to use that discipline and to keep going like that and then stay focused and write your own history, but it's not the history that's needed now. We don't need any of those muscle men anymore. We don't need people to overcome, to run marathons. Hell, the people who run marathons, then they'll run ultra marathons, and they have triathlons. I said, damn, that's getting out of hand. I mean, really, for conditioning, who needs a 50-mile triathlon? When we run up in the hills, they had, when we run our trails, they would have a lot of the marathons up there too. And then they might have a cutoff right here that says this is 26 miles, you know. And they have ultra marathons. And triathlon, I guess that's where you ride a damn bicycle. Yeah. Then you gotta swim. Then you gotta swim. Then you gotta run. Then you gotta run. Look. And some people do that. What you learn when you get older, I look at my books, and I used to run 10 miles a day, 12, 8 miles, stuff like that. And it's, man, you'd feel good. You'd be actually high. It's addictive. But technically, when you get a little older and you feel your knees and ankles, you said, I could have did that with 5 miles a day, right? And maybe you get a little more longer period of time. But this is crucial. When the white man slow you down a little bit, he don't know what he's doing, but he's adding some time on you for the other end. What I mean by that is, we talk about to get 100 years old and all that. Well, you may not be smart enough to, fix your program to where you get to be 100 years old. But the white man has been helpful. Every time he tried to divert us, right? I was just working on a job. He tried to divert us from the black movement. Actually, he just helped get me the money and the organizational skills, and now when I interact with the black movement, hey, it's the top of the line. And then see the world, travel in the world, see what was there, and you get a chance. The white man has been a big help. And right now, he's still a big help. Our survival right now, it's enough survival to make people think, man, boss man ain't that bad. Look at that nigga stood up there. He said, punk the FBI, re-punk the FBI. And I heard he went down there and passed out flyers at the FBI building. Who do that? That's 10, 12 years ago, right? Or more. So imagine this go around. That's why little stuff like people coming by, they can have. That's why I told the brother yesterday brought the bucket of mud, was gonna put it in there. And it was, yeah, he said, yeah, man, the people, I said, no, you can take it back. I said, and tell the guy that, I told him, talk to IU, find out who the guy was, and tell him anything he wants, he could come over and get it. Or just ask us and we'll give it to him. But if he just like to steal, tell him to come on and steal it. Because just a damn refrigerator with frozen pizzas and ice cream. This is ridiculous. And he ain't gonna steal the chicken because the chicken ain't cooked. Right? And the box is big, he be running all over there. Anyway, so I told him, I said, because some niggas like to steal, it makes them feel good. Yeah. I said, so if that's how he is, you tell him to come on over. Just wait till the middle of the night and come on over and steal. Hell, it ain't nothing here.
Well, what was interesting